Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today I am going to read out you the fourth part of an Atheist Manifesto, which is written by the atheist Mr. Joseph Lewis. Charles Darwin published his Origin of Species and the great principle of evolution was promulgated. Modern emancipated medicine has reduced the infant death rate by more than 50% and has been responsible for more than doubling the lifespan of man within the past century. Just think of it, all of this within our own lifetime. All of this and more since the day of American independence. And listen to these words of Dr. Paul DeWitt, founder of the American Heart Association. He said, "Those of us doctors who graduated from medical school 30 to 40 years ago look back now at the almost unbelievable ignorance about heart disease that then existed. More knowledge has come since then than had been acquired in all the centuries before. Man has taught in the past that the heart, like the voice, was the gift of God, and it was too sacred for man to probe into its workings. What were the results? Millions died who could have been saved. Millions lived as horrible cripples who could have lived a normal life if man in the past had had the courage that he has today to seek relief from the terrors of disease. Such is the amazing progress that has been made when man relies upon his own efforts to solve his problems, whether they concern his health or his social or political affairs. It was only within the past 40 years that a Dr. James B. Herrick properly diagnosed the cause of coronary thrombosis, from which followed the amazing progress that has since been attained in combating this greatest of killers. I, for one, wish to place upon the brow of Dr. Herrick my laurel leaf of thanks for his great accomplishments in medicine. What wonders have been accomplished since the invention of the steam engine, the automobile, radio, television, electronic devices, and the 1,001 other discoveries and inventions too numerous to mention. The educational benefit of the motion pictures will far outstrip its entertainment value, and its use in nearly every department of learning make it one of man's most valuable inventions. Think of Benjamin Franklin's discovery of the relationship of electricity and lightning and the condemnation heaped upon him for his defiance of the prince of the power of the air and of the Wright brothers, and the dire penalty they were to suffer for flying into the face of God. Lightning, once feared as the wrathful manifestation of an angry God, was reproduced in the laboratory by that electrical wizard and atheist Charles P. Steinmetz. The telephone, wireless telegraphy, the steam engine, refrigeration, the washing and sewing machines, of the mechanical weaving of cloth, and the myriad use of electric and atomic power will make man the master of his destiny once he frees himself from the myth of a tyrant God. Ingersoll best expressed man's inventions and their uses when he said that science took the thunderbolt from the gods, and in the electric spark, freedom with thought, with intelligence, and with love sweeps under all the waves of the sea. Science, free thought, took a tear from the cheek of unpaid labor, converted into steam, and created the giant that turns with the tireless arms the countless wheels of toil. Deprive man of the use of his discoveries and inventions of the past century, and he will think he has been returned to barbarism. Look what Thomas A. Edison's invention of the electric light did for man. It lengthened his life, it gave more hours to the day, and increased his comforts beyond anything previously known or imagined, and added immeasurably to his joy of living. Even Joshua's fictitious performance of stopping the sun and the moon fades into nothingness when compared with this sublime achievement. Nor must we forget Edison's invention for reproducing the human voice. And please grant me a moment's indulgence to say that I had the great honor to know Thomas A. Edison, and Edison honored me by calling me his friend. If printing has been hailed as one of the world's great inventions, what must we say of the phonograph? While printing preserves man's thoughts on paper, the phonograph preserves not only his thoughts but also his voice. The song of the skylark is no longer wasted upon the desert air. Thomas A. Edison, the greatest of human benefactors, wrested from nature her most guarded secret, the mystery of the human voice. He disproved, as it was once believed, that the human voice, like the heart, was the gift of God. He demonstrated that the human voice was merely the natural mechanism of sound produced by air of the lungs passing over the cords of the throat and larynx in the same manner as are sounds produced by the strings of a musical instrument. As a result of Edison's invention, man himself has already produced artificially every manifestation of the human voice. If the voice was part of God's plan, how do we account for its absence in the giraffe? This animal has no larynx and therefore no vocal cords, and as a consequence, it cannot talk or make sounds with its throat. The giraffe is proof of the lack of design in nature and the blindness of the forces of evolutionary life. To list all the great discoveries in the field of science and medicine during the past century, such as aspirin, insulin, penicillin, and the streptomycin drugs, would require the undivided attention of a medical historian and a veritable encyclopedia to record them. And yet, there are still many diseases that plague man of which he has no knowledge. They eat and ravage his mind and body with exhilaration of pain and torture, and he is utterly helpless against them. He not only does not know their origin, but has not the slightest inkling of their nature or how to fortify himself against their attacks. He must sit like a condemned criminal in agonizing torture, waiting for blessed death. And from here, I shall continue in the next episode again. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English channel presented by Samaram channels, which has crossed more than 20 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos, and for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.